Chapter 6. Around the World in 80 Days. Scene 1. In a room in a club in England, Phileas Fogg is seated in an armchair. Joseph Kane is standing. 3 more members of the club are sitting at Fogg's table.
The Daily Telegraph has calculated that one can go around the world in 80 days. But that doesn't take into account bad weather, storms, shipwrecks, train accidents, and so on. I say it is impossible. You cannot travel to every continent in 80 days. It's a bet, gentlemen. £20,000. I'll see all of you at this very place exactly 80 days from today. And by that time, I would have travelled all around the world. That's a bet.
Fogg quickly leaves the room. The men look at each other. Scene 2.
Phileas Fogg's bet was published in all the newspapers in and around England. It so happened that a big burglary had taken place a few days earlier. Phileas's face fitted the description of the man who was wanted for the burglary. So Scotland Yard appointed a man, Detective Fix, to follow Fogg.
In Scotland Yard, an officer and Detective Fix are talking. The officer has a newspaper open in front of him. They look at a photograph in the newspaper.
Detective Fix, don't you think the face of the bank robber matches that of Phileas Fogg? Let me see.
Fix matches the face on the 2 photographs.
I think you are right. Detective Fix, you must follow this man and keep a watch on him. If you get evidence that he is the burglar, you must arrest him immediately. All right.
Scene 3.
Phileas Fogg, along with his personal assistant, Jean Passepartout, began his journey from London. Their first stop was at Suez, from where they planned to take a steamer to Bombay. Waiting for Fogg at the Suez Canal was none other than Detective Fix. Fix followed Fogg and Passepartout on the steamer Magnolia to India, where he hoped to get a warrant to arrest Fogg.
On the Magnolia, Fogg and Passepartout meet Fix.
Passepartout, don't you think we have seen this man before? Yes, it was at Suez. No, I think I have seen him before that. To Fix. Good day, sir. But tell me, were you not on that steamer to Suez? Yes, I was. I thought too. So are you two off to India? Yes, to Bombay. And you? Me too. See you again. Good day.
Fogg walks off. Passepartout follows. Fix looks at both. Scene 4.
After reaching Bombay, Fogg and Passepartout boarded a train to go to Calcutta. However, since the track was incomplete, they were forced to get off the train. Fogg bought an elephant and continued his journey through the forest.
Fogg is sitting on an elephant in a jungle. Passepartout is on foot. They see a group of tribals taking a young woman to a funeral pyre.
What is happening? The tribals are trying to sacrifice the young woman on the funeral pyre of her husband. What? I am going to rescue her.
Fogg rushes in, takes a young woman by her hand and climbs onto the elephant. They rush out with the tribals running after them.
Who are you? What is your name?
My name is Oda. My husband was a prince. They wanted to burn me along with him on his pyre.
But you are safe now. Where do you wish to go?
I have some relatives in Hong Kong.
I will take you there.
Scene 5.
Fogg and Passepartout, accompanied by Aouda, travelled to Calcutta and from there to Hong Kong. Fix followed them. Upon reaching Hong Kong, Aouda found that her relatives had moved away from there. So, she travelled on with Fogg, and the 3 of them went to Shanghai, Yokohama, and then to San Francisco.
Fogg sees Fix lurking somewhere behind him. He waits until Fix is alongside him.
What is your game, sir? You have been following me from London all the way to the Suez, to Bombay, and now here. Very uncomfortable. It's just a coincidence. I hope it is. Walks off annoyed.
Scene 6.
Phileas Fogg was now on his way to New York, and then to his final destination, London. The journey from New York to Liverpool went without a hitch. But as soon as they reached English territory, Fix arrested Fogg for robbing the Bank of England. Soon, however, he realized that the real bank robber had been arrested 3 days before. Freed, Fogg, Aouda and Passepartout hired an express train to get them to the British capital as quickly as possible. But they do not make it in time. They arrived in the London station a few minutes too late.
Fogg sitting alone in the room. He looks dejected. Aouda walks in. What makes you so sad?
I have lost the Vega only by a day.
Never mind, you can try again and prove it to them that it can be done. You are an extraordinary man. I'm glad that I met you.
So I am.
Scene 7.
Suddenly, Passepartout realized that the following day was actually Sunday. They had gained a day when crossing the international date line. This meant that it was still Saturday, the day Fogg had to return to London in order to win his wager. Passepartout ran back to Fogg to give him the good news. Fogg rushed to the Reform Club.
The same room in the club. Joseph Kane and the 3 members.
As expected, Fogg could not make it. We will have to divide the prize money amongst ourselves. But there are still a few minutes to go.
Fogg rushes in.
So, dear friends, here I am. I think you owe me 20,000